What's up, everyone? We're back at the homestand with the baseball, Cream City Curveball. I'm your man, Justin, down here in rainy, thunderstormy North Carolina today, Pipe.
Okay, there you go. Pipe bomb here in the good land. Not raining now, but it was coming down pretty good earlier today.
Good land, great land, the best land, I would say. I might be a little bit biased, man. We're doing this, folks, because we know we don't do them live, but we are doing this during the Packers preseason game. So whenever you watch this, we're going to thank you before we even get rolling in the show. We'll have a Cream City Chalk Talk coming to you real soon, too, as well, to break that down. But we're here for the man of the hour, Mr. Pipe Bomb, and his Milwaukee Brewers. We're here, folks. We are here. Brewers versus Atlanta Braves today. Battle of the Juggernauts. Jacob Mizorowski, you see it on the shirt, going against Chris Sale. Just a fabulous ball game, Pipe Bomb. 2-1 Milwaukee Brewers find a way to get the win. We fought through. We did a lot of good stuff. Let's get to it, Pipe. What did you see? What did you like? What didn't you like today?
There was a lot. There was some of both. Great stuff by Miz. He sat there and was fairly efficient when he was out on the mound doing good things, 6 innings, and all that, which is nice. Obviously, no runs allowed. He did walk two, gave up 4 hits, so he did have some traffic out there. But at the end of the day, man, no runs allowed. His ERA plummets to 168. So just amazing. Um, the way that he's been really good. There were a couple times when fairly recently when he was giving up some homers and stuff. But I think part of that was he started kind of being super fastball heavy. Now we all know, a lot of the times you sit there and you throw your best pitch, and for him that's that fastball, man. You want it, come get it, and but he's got to keep mixing in the off speed stuff, but which in and of itself is still at coming at you at 95 or so it ain't really off speed, but it's off speed compared to a bucko 2 bucko tree. But you know he looked really good. There was some little mental lapse again. Terang had problems turning into double play, which allowed Atlanta to get their run. They it sucks because Senzatella was in there when that happened. But he sat there and no, that was an unearned run on, or actually, they call it earned on Senzatella. That sucker should have been unearned. But, he gave you 2 innings. He pitched really good, and he got a lot of people to swing at the cheese. He wasn't really throwing too many strikes, and these guys were up there hacking, man. They couldn't sit there and and figure out what the hell was coming. He's got a hell of a pitch arsenal. So everybody out there, you guys know by now, I really like this guy. I think he's going to be phenomenal in the playoffs, but can't wait to see it. But yeah, it was nice to see him. Nice to see him go two to prove that he can go double innings. And again, he gave up the 1 run, but it should have been unearned.
Yeah, man, we like to call him, we give people our own nicknames here, so that's the Italian Venezuelan giving some
Yeah.
nasty stuff. I do think that his stuff is very nasty. And the ball just moves all over the place with them. And as long as you get these guys to swing, I don't have an issue with it. Got himself, as my old golf coach would say, got your ass in, you get your ass in it, got to get your ass out of it. He got his ass out of it, so can't really get too mad at the kid for that. I agree with you, Bryce Terrain. Absolute mental blunder. You don't expect that from a platinum, not gold, but platinum. I'm so poor, I don't even have any platinum in my life. I've never owned a piece of platinum. But Bryce Terrain has a whole platinum glove. And he looked like he was out there being a bad news Bears. I thought that some of the stuff that I saw today, brother, was a Luis Rara with an amazing catch. Like, this kid is defensively, he may be our best outfielder, and that's saying a lot because Jackson's outfield defense, I think, is elevated tremendously. Garrett Mitchell is an absolute stud. Some of those catches in San Diego and Los Angeles were phenomenal. And we all know how the big Italian, Big Sal, swings that glove around in that outfield. And for Laura to come in, and when his hitting isn't as pristine as what we like now, he did have some good hits today, though. We'll talk about that too. But I just think he does a great job. Now his double, that's a double against 99.9% of right fielders. But Ronald Acuna Jr., he may have lost a lot of stuff with his bat, with his speed. That arm is still okay. That was an amazing throw by the kid out there in right field, man. Just defensive gems all over the place. And the last thing that I saw, the most important thing, Wild Bill's getting hot, baby. Taking off tarps off. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Wild Bill's coming back though. Flying tamales out there, stinging the baseball all over the ballpark. Base and the thing I like about Wild Bill getting hot pipe is what I was trying to say. So excited, can't even talk today. The hits aren't just left field, right field, center field. They're all over the place. Which lets you know he's locked in. Yelly seems like he's coming out this slump. Hey, boys and girls, smart guy by the name of Mr. Pipe Bomb, according to the grandson, told you, don't get down on this team, and it's coming together.
Yeah, man. When are we past all the offensive struggles with the Brewers? Probably not. There will be guys that are going to sit there and dip again and everything like that. Um, but it's nice to see the dudes that you're going to have to depend on in order to make a deep run in the playoffs. Contreras, Yelich, starting to hit better. The dude that I had faith in since day one, Ortiz, man, he's been great lately. Stringing hits together like crazy. The Joey chance that I started leading back on day one. Uh, you know, he's doing great. He's proven me wrong, and I love every second of it. This team just keeps winning, and going up against Atlanta, these games matter. You sit there, and the Brewers are going to have to sweep in order to win the season series and get the tiebreaker against Atlanta. Which is unfortunate because when they played earlier in the year, the Brewers should have at least won the series, if not swept them. Um, so that was that tough run. I think they had like Atlanta and the Cubs. I want to say back to back, and I think they won one out of three in each of them, and they should have. I know they should have swept that Cubs series, and they should, okay, I'll be realistic. They should have taken two out of three against Atlanta. So it is what it is. But they put themselves in good position now. You can't get a sweep if you don't win the first game, and just take one of the next two to split or to get the series win if you split the next two games. So it's good, man. It's good. This team is looking really good. Bullpen looks great. McGill, unreal what he's been doing lately. So there's just a whole lot to like. And the fact that they're still sitting there stringing these wins together while Lasagna Boy is hurt. When he comes back up, who knows? We'll see what happens. While Uribe is hurt, hopefully he's still throwing dice and pounding his chest and being happy, practicing all that. So when he gets back on the mound, he'll be throwing nothing but sevens. So yeah, good stuff, man. Good stuff. It's hard not to be excited. It's hard not to be excited. And what a perfect day. You had the Brewers in the afternoon. You got the Packers at night. So does it get any better? What a time to be alive.
Well, let's hope he throws those sevens on the first row, my friend, because it's a crap if it's not the first row. Yeah, man. I got some number. I got some numbers for you, man. We're normally not the numbers guys, but just want to read this off to you real quick. Run differential for the Milwaukee Brewers plus 160. Home splits 44 and 23. Away 36 and 26. Big stat that I see right now versus 500 teams 42 and 21. So all that BS about certain teams only beat up on the bad teams, they're beating everybody. And I think 31 games above 500 will say that. First team to 80 wins. This 100 is something that we could really see coming this year. No pause. Is 100 important to you? For me, in my life, I never thought I would ever see the Milwaukee Brewers win 100 baseball games or even be in the conversation for it. The last 3 years they've been that. How important is 100 to you, Pipe?
You know, it's not. I don't care. I want the one seed. Just I want everything to have to go through AmFam. And if that's 99 wins, I'll be over the moon. If it's 102 that it takes to get there, I'll be over the moon. 100, yeah, it's a nice round number and blah, blah, blah. And you want to win every game. And, we all want the Brewers to go 162 and 0. That's all fine and great. But at the end of the day, if you don't win the last game of the season, to quote Billy Bean in Moneyball, if you don't win the final game of the season, history's going to forget about you and forget about what you did. And I'd rather sit there and come up short of 100 and win the chip than win 115. Or you remember when Seattle sat there and won those 196 games, and then they got bounced and didn't win jack. So, you know, 100 would be nice because it's a round number, but it really means nothing to me.
Yeah, I'm sure that the Milwaukee Brewers team store will get some merch out when it comes out, all that cool stuff. I think it's going to happen this year. We're 80 games up with I don't know how many we have to go. I think our friend Devin on Twitter pointed out yesterday. I think we had to go 21-13 the rest of the year from yesterday to get to 100. I think that's really doable with just how good this baseball team is. But I am 1,000% on board with you in that stance that I want this team to win the World Series. That's why I was getting frustrated with Murphy. That's why I was getting frustrated with Arnold, because that's all I really care about. I don't, I bought one of these stupid Milwaukee Bucks t-shirts. I should wear it next time we do a Bucks shirt. It says Streak Busters, 24-1, and it was a time when the Golden State Warriors came to Milwaukee. That's the dumbest shirt I ever bought in my life. I can't even believe I bought it, but I did. And I think it's because of so many bandwagon Warriors fans. I wore it as a taunt. I don't think I'm gonna buy any 100 Brewers stuff until it goes on clearance, but I'll probably buy it. I buy everything.
Yeah, you'll buy it. We all know you're going to buy it. Um, you know, the way, yeah, you got that hideous hat. I'll tell you this, I don't care if the Brewers are sitting at 98 and you got the entire last week of the season coming and they rest everybody. I would be cheering loud as hell. I don't care. The 100, like I said, it doesn't mean anything to me. Be healthy, be rested, have all your guns ready come playoff time. So, if you can get there, easily without sitting there stressing anybody or doing any kind of craziness, fine. Um, and I think that's what's going to happen. I think they're going to be real close. And I think that Murphy's going to play it safe. You saw it today. High leverage. You're sitting there, you got Senzatella, Sensimilla, the Italian Venezuelan. You're dependent on him to give you 2 innings. They kept showing DL Hall and Aaron Ashby sitting in the bullpen watching, both down for the day. You know, I think you're going to see a lot more of that coming down the stretch. And some of these guys, there will be a game, there might be a couple games where, a pitcher, a reliever, a starter, somebody's going to have to wear it just because you can't throw Aaron Ashby every single game. You can't throw, McGill. You can't throw Uribe. They're going to want to sit there and rest Patrick too. You're going to, I think coming down the stretch here, you're going to see a whole lot of DL Hall. You're going to see a whole lot of GA, the best GA ever in Milwaukee, Grant Anderson, Mr. Grant Anderson. Um, you're going to see these guys a whole lot down the stretch, man. They're going to have to come up big with a whole lot of innings coming down here.
Yeah, I gotta hit my boy up, Grant. You just told me that, man. I just got a cool idea when you said that, Mister Anderson, the old was it WCW guy or whatever. And that'd be cool instead of him walking out to whatever theme music if he walked out to his music. Because I think I don't remember what the song, but it was kind of a cool interest and stuff like that. That's all you get me watching wrestling is just the interest. Is I think that they fell off tremendously, but who hasn't fallen off is these Milwaukee Brewers. They come with it every single night, and I feel like an ass clown for ever questioning Mr. Murphy. I do. And look, man, like this is the thing though, and we talked about it. One thing, give you a little bit of breaking news live from myself and Pipe Bomb. We're gonna come to you every first game of the series going out the rest of this year. And we're gonna work on getting the time solidified. Problem is your boys out here in the pharmaceutical sales world, and sometimes these veterinarians take longer to get these conversations, and I got to go play with the dogs and cats. Shout out to Pipe's cat, the mascot of Cream City Curveball, by the way. And
That's
then the
right.
other thing, man, I'm an old fart. We're old farts now, Pipe.
Yeah, I
And I
know.
go out to the golf course, and these young dudes knock it 30 yards past me. And my family was talking about me when I did tarps off. They was like, "Oh, pops, you got some titties." So I'm telling you, your boy is in the gym now. So that's why we're late today. It's all on me. It's never on Pipe Bomb. I keep Pipe Bomb waiting all the time, man, and I feel terrible about it. But he's such an awesome guy. So, anyways, our commitment is every first game and every last game. And then
Until the playoffs,
right,
when we go every day.
every day. And the other thing that I want to make sure that we're going to make abundantly clear, the best post-game show that has ever been announced, ever been done. Doesn't matter if it's on V100.7 Jams Milwaukee, AM 860, say a radio station's Pipes never heard of, Rock 1021, 1037 Kiss, The Game, The Fan, ESPN Milwaukee, Oldies but Blues. I think my grandma back in the day used to listen to WOKY 920. Used to be a station where they play all their music, and she'd ride around. So annoyed. And you know, Pipe, we're not these kids that have phones and stuff. So if your Walkman batteries were dead, you were effed, literally. So you listen to whatever she listened to. But shout out to my Oma, man, Mister. Anyways, we are gonna commit, and we will not interfere with people making the last switch. Or making the switch after the last pitch to Tim Allen and the legendary show. Thought he did a great job today with the threesome. Pause. And we got to get Big Pipe up on that air then. We got to get Big Pipe on this air, man. You got to get somewhere.
Oh yeah, it'll happen. But yeah, good stuff. They were talking today about whether you like the 3:30 Friday start time and all that. I like it now
Mm-hmm.
because of the Packer game tonight. You know, if there wasn't a Packer game tonight, would I like it? Probably not. And the only reason is because Friday night is the worst night in TV. I've got every movie channel, HBO, Cinemax, Showtime, all of them. There's never anything on a Friday night because all the young kids who have lives are out having fun, and my old ass is sitting at home. So I do enjoy Friday night baseball because it gives me something to do and something to pay attention to. But like I said, today's going to be great with the afternoon Brewers and nighttime Packers.
What was the old, I'm looking this up now, Friday night on ABC called?
Well, Thursday night I think was called Must See TV. I don't. Friday night is probably snooze fest, a bunch of crap. But I don't think the TV station would have marketed it that way.
No, it used to be like Step by Step and all that stuff.
Never seen it.
Man, that girl was from Thanks Goodness It's Friday. No, that's not it. I don't remember, man. TGIF. It used to be TGIF. Yeah, it was. You had Full House, Come On, Family Matters, Boy Meets World, Step by Step. Was Suzanne Summers? You never watched that show?
Man, none of them were in my wheelhouse.
Suzanne Summer was in Dinosaurs with the
What's
talking
that?
dinosaurs. The talking dinosaurs. I used to watch that with my little brother. Man, Suzanne Summers was like one of my first. She might have been like the first white woman I fell in love with. Man, like she, woo, smoke show.
Yeah, I
Where,
remember her on like some infomercials and stuff.
yeah,
Um,
let me
but she
Google
was,
where she is now during the middle of our podcast.
yeah, she wasn't for me. Mine was Linda Carter. The original Wonder Woman on them shows way back in the day. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
All right, so this is what we're gonna do for a ranking. By the way, we're gonna rank our top five, or not top five, but your five hottest chicks when you were a young guy. We'll go under the age of, let's say, eighth grade and lower, so 13, 14 and lower. But let's get back to the 3:30 start. I don't like the 3:30 start at all either, Pipe. The reason why I don't like it is because I'm in my veterinary calls and I'm like, and they're talking to me about like the Tanian worm, which is a new worm that your cats or your dogs can have that's zoonotic that could bring some sugar honey iced tea into the house. And I'm more worried about Contreras and Churio and those guys versus that. No, I'm just joking. We keep it focused on that. But 3:30 start is just tough for me, just out in the field and stuff like that. But it is kind of cool to come home and have your Friday open. And that's something that, and then, today was actually Black Culture with the Crew, which I thought was a great way to honor Henry Aaron, who is one of our beloved Brewers. And just a phenomenal guy. And I think they did a good job with it. I haven't seen any pictures or anything yet. But I did hear from, what's his name? River West Kin, I believe is his name. We got to get that brother on the show. He's a great historical dude, has a lot of data, had a lot of data on the Little League that I played with, Beckham Stapleton Little League in the crib, back at the crib, which is where I played. But talked about they had a $25 package where you could get 3 or 4 Hank Aaron souvenirs. And I think that's really cool. And all the money went to his foundation. So I'm sure some schmucks put it on eBay for $185 or something stupid like that. But I'm going to call the Milwaukee Brewers Sunday, see if I can buy one of those packages and get it sent out here to North Carolina. But yeah, man, just a good. Hey, we could play at 1:30, we could play at 11:30, we could play at 5:30 a.m., 5:30 p.m. As long as we get the W, I'm good with it though, my brother.
Yeah, that's obviously the most important part. And Tim Allen says it all the time, and he couldn't be more right. They could play at 3 in the morning, 6 in the morning, 10:30 in the morning, whatever, 11:30 at night. It don't matter. We're watching. So I don't care what time they play, as long as they play and they hopefully win. It is what it is.
So you did mention something about this being the biggest sports day in one of the big, not the biggest. Lord have mercy. Let's calm it down. You said Tim Allen. I'm turning everything into the biggest, but this is a huge sports day. Talked about the Milwaukee Brewers win, check mark. Jordan Love and the Packers get a touchdown on their first drive, check mark. Spoiling a little bit of Cream City chalk talk here, but it's another thing that everybody's missing, and
Go
I got my
Seattle.
eye on. Well,
What?
that Badgers women's volleyball today at I believe it's at the Pfizer. It's number 3 Wisconsin Badgers versus number 6 Kentucky, or maybe it's the other way around. Maybe this game's in Nashville. I don't know where it is. I just know our women do a hell of a job with volleyball. And what are your thoughts on the Badgers women's volleyball this year? How do you think they're gonna finish? All that good stuff.
Honestly, I don't know yet. I haven't done a deep dive into volleyball season. I absolutely love it. It's wildly entertaining. It's great that they have such a great program, and they definitely make the entire state of Wisconsin proud. So, I look forward to taking a deeper dive into it. But right now, I'm completely ignorant and don't know who's who, who's good, who's bad, and all that kind of stuff. But I can't, like I said, I can't wait to sit there and watch it. And I volleyball is one of them sports that I definitely think it'll catch on. And for me, the arrow on it is pointing up. Everybody's looking for something else to watch, and sports kind of go up and down in terms of popularity, with the exception of the NFL that has just been straight up forever.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely think that volleyball, and in particular women's volleyball, another sport that's more entertaining on the women's side than it is on the men's side. The rallies are longer. It's about a lot more than just pure power. The
Yep.
power is there. Like, I wouldn't get on the court with any of those women without full pads. I'd be out there in shoulder pads, a helmet. I'd have all that stuff on there, and I'd still probably be crying 3 points in. So, but the power is there, but it's a lot more entertaining than just that.
Yeah, and we'll be clear too. And I kind of threw you a curveball, but that's what I'm supposed to do, right? Neither one of us are deep dive volleyball guys. All we know is that the front of that jersey says Wisconsin, and that's who we're rooting for. And I think that both of us could probably agree on this, and probably will agree on this. With the team being that good, and Kelly Schofield, I think is his name, as a head coach, anything less than the Final Four for any more going forward with these ladies is less than what they truly are as women. And the women in the state of Wisconsin have it figured out. We got to get some of these men folks. You got national championship women's hockey, national championship volleyball, and then all our men's programs, whether it be Marquette, Milwaukee Panthers, Bucks, Packers, Brewers. Someone else needs to get in this ring besides them. These women are getting rings from championships and then getting rings when they get married. And our Brewers are only giving rings away. So that's bad. It's bad. It's bad, Pipe. Very bad. But on Wisconsin when it comes to the volleyball. Fight hard, Marquette, when it comes to the women's volleyball. Go Panthers when it comes to that. I want to see all three women's teams do great. And real quick, if I take a quick pause for a second, a little personal privilege, man. Shout out to all you women that listen to me and Pike, man. We really appreciate you all. We appreciate the men folks too. But it's something special about the women that take time to listen to my brother and me and also to call in a Tim's show. But one particular woman behind the scenes, Miss Donna, we ain't gonna give her government. Miss Donna, we'll call her. Just does a great job making sure that conviction, the Brewers, everything is great. And if you want a positive woman to watch baseball and talk baseball with, she is it. And I just want to, on some platform, extend a heartfelt thank you to everything that she does to make Brewers baseball amazing in the city of Milwaukee.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Not a nicer person on the planet. And, I know that she knows 800 bajillion times more about baseball than I do. I could sit there and talk baseball with her for 5 minutes and learn 100 things. So she's absolutely great. And, you know, as smart as she is, as nice as she is, um, yeah, she's the best, man. Gotta love that lady.
Yeah, then of course, man, she has a twin sister that helps out a lot. Her name is mistake me for a second, but both the Willies, both the twins. We'll just call them the Brewers twins. The marvelous twins. Just great spirits, man. I did want to get to one thing that we did here on Tim's post game show as well. Before we get to our ranking, it's probably my happiest ranking ever, man. You hit me with them damn movies on the last episode, have me look like an idiot. Everyone in the comments, oh, that's why he's been married 3 times. His ass doesn't watch any movies. Hey, man, so oh man, I forget this old brother's name, man. He called in, and I would like to give credit where credit is due. So, forgot you if you listen to Tim and you're watching us at some point. But he had a lot of great baseball information. And one of the things for you and your sister, I learned today that the Chicago White Sox almost became the Milwaukee White Sox. That was just pretty interesting to me, my brother, especially because you got a different nickname for him. I just wonder how would you have been had it been the Milwaukee White Sox? Because he said during the race riots and some of the stuff going on in Chicago at the time, the White Sox actually had to come up to Milwaukee because remember the Braves left and went to Atlanta and had to play games in County Stadium. That was great information that I learned today on Tim's show, man. Never know you would learn stuff on Tim's show too.
Yeah, yeah, no, that was cool. Thankfully that didn't happen. And we got some good baseball here in the city because yeah, that would have been rough. That would have been rough, but you know, it would be funny if they if they were this. It doesn't matter what city they go to. You know, the smartest thing for them would be to get the hell out of Chicago ASAP, and get to a city that would actually support them. Besides the 1 year every 30 that they're actually good. Because most years they draw 37 people a game, except when they're winning, and then all of a sudden all these idiots come out of the woodwork and claim, "Oh, I've been here since day one." No, you haven't. Um, so if they could, I don't care if they move to Nashville, right? Everybody wants Nashville to get a pro team, and I'm quite content with them just holding down the AAA with the Sounds for us. But say they go to Nashville, say they go to any team that you want to give a professional team to, they'd still be the second team in that city, even if that team had no other team, because no one cares about them because they suck so often. They're so bad. It's great that I was talking to my sister today, and She was heartbroken because they only because the White Sox only won 1 out of 3 against the Scrubs. And I'm like, yeah, that had to hurt. They shut them out for their one win, and then they got walked off twice. So it's got to burn, but that team's trash.
Hey, they're 4-4 right now with the New York Metropolitans. This is probably one of the better years. I do agree with your sister. They did deserve more, not just because I hate the Cubs, not just because my whole life living on the south side of Chicago, I had to pick one, and I definitely wasn't picking those god awful people in blue and red with that dump of a piss hole they play in. Freaking public urinals with 32,000 Fingerman bombs pissing at the same time. You just go piss on home plate. Piss on Craig Counsell's car. I'm so pissed about the Cubs. But no, man, I do think the White Sox deserve more. I know you like to poke fun and be a terrible brother to your sister, so shout out to Mrs. Formerly Orlowski. At one point in the Orlowski household, she was the best baseball fan that lived there. Until you
Yeah,
found Jesus, and we ain't talking
sister,
about Maine.
sister bomb. Yeah, yeah, she's good people. That's for sure.
Yeah, man. So let's get to the most important thing. Why are we here? Rank these hot chicks from the teens. Bunch of beautiful women, And first of all, before you go, before I go, we'll do the snake thing like we did before. No one is hotter than your wife and my wife, two hottest women on earth. But if you're watching this, we apologize in advance. But when y'all was teens, we didn't know who you was, so
That's
I'm
right.
gonna let my. I guarantee you, we don't have any to say. I guarantee you, we don't.
I would say that we might have one.
All right, go with the one that you think we have the same first.
Okay, the one I think that we might have, and okay, so I think I'm what, like 5 years older than you, something
Yeah,
like that. So we might not, but and I had to cheat. There was a couple names I remember, but that was so damn long ago. If we're
yeah,
talking eighth grade, um, Rosie Perez. This was in the white men can't jump era.
that's a
Yes,
good one.
please. C C C, señorita.
Yo, I didn't have Rosie Perez. See, you're one up on me. I'm gonna go on my first one. I spoiled one out the bag already. I'm gonna go Pamela Anderson.
Oh yeah,
Baywatch. Loved it.
yeah,
Literally. Put that
yeah.
put that put that shit back on TV.
Amen. Yeah, go ahead. What's your next one?
I'll just give the one I already gave. Suzanne Summers. That was like my MILF crush. She had to step by step, married a dude. It was like a spinoff of the Brady Bunch. I just watched it because she was blonde and she was hot as you know what to me.
Okay. My next one, I go with Marissa Tomei, little my cousin Vinny action.
Like it?
Um, and just has today just aged like fine wine, man. Just, oh yeah, yes please. And then how about Elle McPherson?
Mm.
um, as a tiny little before I was the pipe bomb and I was just a little Polish firecracker. The swimsuit issue would come out pretty much every year right around my birthday. And so my dad would get me the swimsuit issue every year, and many a year with good old Elle McPherson on the cover or gracing those sweet pages. And yeah, I was a big fan.
All right, so I will. I did. Halle Berry, Halle Berry. That was an old song too.
Oh yeah.
Um, I'll give you another one. I got some honorable mentions too. Lark Voorhees, I think is how you pronounce it. She was Lisa off of Saved by the Bell.
Okay.
I think all those women were just super crazy hot. And then I struggled to pick one up, and I've been up here cheating the entire time we're talking. I mean, Sanaa Lathan, some of those people like that for sure. But my last one, Rosie Perez would have definitely crossed this woman off the list, man. Like, God, grace, goodness. My last one though, this one is probably gonna be a sketch one. And y'all put yours in the comments. Put it on the Twitter, put it on the Facebook, whatever the case may be. But I think that I'm gonna have to just do what I wrote down and not curveball it. So I'm gonna go Jenny McCarthy. I think I guess I have a type. Blonde hair, amazing face, and huge breasts. That must be me.
You can't go wrong there. You can't go wrong there.
Women that have acted in real movies.
Yep. Oh
Grace
yeah.
the Clever Playboy. If I win some of the women in sports, so WWF, I thought that Miss Jackie, the old what do you call them? The women that walk out with the wrestlers. You know, like they're not wrestlers. Miss Jackie was crazy hot to me. Obviously, Sable, Brock Lesnar's wife, Sunny, and then Marlena, I think was her name. Gold Dust's wife at the time. She was pretty hot.
Okay.
Singers, I don't know about the singers, bro. Mariah Carey for me. She's like goat.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's some good stuff going on over there. I
How bad is Nick Cannon, bro? You fumble Mariah?
look at how many people fumbled away Hallie too. So, there's a thing. It's just human nature, man. You get it, and everything is great, and then it eventually isn't. So, I can understand, but you definitely want to sit there and wear it out while you got it. But
We about to be fired.
uh,
Yo, boy, you a wild boy, Mike. You a wild boy, bro. God damn. I
uh,
was not ready for that. Unfortunately, I concur with everything in that statement too.
oh
Uh,
man,
how
another
much
one when
trouble we
I
gonna be in
oh
after
we
this?
ain't in no trouble. Another one when I was young, Alyssa Milano. You know,
Mm,
she was yeah, she was it for a long time, and yeah, her, and then who was that? Who was Kelly from Saved by the
yeah,
Bell too? Uh, Tiffany Thiessen or something like that. Yes, please.
yeah. I forgot. Who did I forget? Tony Braxton.
Yeah.
Tony was a hot one for me. Rosie Perez is epic. Tracy Ellis Ross. Her mom, Diana Ross, is crazy hot too. Nah, I'm not a fan of Mary J. Blige. I'm looking at stuff now. Regina King, all right, yeah, she's all right. Nia Long, that's who I was forgetting. Nia Long.
I gotta look her up.
Oh, Nia was she was legendary, man. But yeah, man, like we said, man, nothing's hotter than our old ladies. So we throw that list out the way, rip it up, burn it up before I get in trouble. But yeah,
Oh
man,
yeah,
this
yeah, Nia. Yes, yeah, yes, please.
hey, you gotta look at her current picture. Like she didn't crack, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
man. But we're gonna get out of here and go watch this Packers game. We'll have a Cream City Chalk Talk coming up real soon. I know the Guru Trey Crosby. We're gonna do a Bucks one tonight. We'll talk about the trade that didn't happen, I believe. So check out Cream City Crossover as well. We can't play right now because the junior varsity is on. His little, speaking of the top 50 women, his kittens.
The Pussycats.
Yeah, those two. Can't wait to play them. We're gonna have him on Cream City Crossover. We'll get him back here on this Brewer stuff too, man. This Milwaukee kid that loves the Brewers. We got some big guests coming up for you in these next couple weeks. So be on the lookout. We said every first game, every last game, and then we may have some interviews that come. That's probably a pause. But the interviews will be great. They're all different types of Brewers fan. We may get our guy River West Kid on here, talk a lot about some of the historical stuff, whatever, whatever. And if you have some guests for us, some people you want me and Pipe to interview, make sure it's people we like.
We like everybody, so it's
I
all
know.
good. It's all good. But yeah, Yeah, good stuff here. You know, it's funny that you sit there and we just wrapped up a three-game series, winning the series against Seattle, and so you cheer against them hard for three days straight, and now we're all the biggest Mariners fans out there as the Scrubs travel to Hairy Armpit City to take on Seattle and hopefully get swept out there. And you know, so it's funny how in one day it goes from damn I hate these guys to oh let's go Seattle.
And don't blink your eyes at that Seattle team too. That was a solid win. Team fighting for their playoffs. A lot of good names on there that aren't producing the back of their baseball card. But now you're right, Pipe, and now it's let's go Seattle. I almost thought like, damn, I should have worn my Seattle Pilots hat for the joint tonight, man. Because maybe we'll put it on for the game Sunday if I remember, man. So what I'll probably do tomorrow, man, if the guy doesn't get called up, I'm gonna hit the road, head up to Norfolk, take my grandson. One of his favorite guys is Sal Freeland, and he's in Norfolk. That's about 3 hours away. So we'll go see Sal. Hopefully, he'll get the opportunity to meet him and tell him, hey, he's not going to call him Sal. He's going to say, hey, Sal Freelick.
There you go. Have your grandson bring maybe you could Sal sign some garlic bread or something for him. You know,
Holy pipe bomb. Holy pipe bomb. Say the garlic bread. Yeah, man, but it's gonna be a good day. Let's hope our Brewers. We got 2 afternoon games, and then we're in Cooperstown Sunday for the Little League game. I almost
I
got in
hate
trouble.
that.
So
I hate that.
I'm
You
with you.
take it. You take a home game away. You add travel on that doesn't need to get added on. Um, I think it was a fun thing to do once. It for me, it just it lost it. The Field of Dreams game. It was a fun thing to do once. And good on them, I guess. They got a lot of the baseball money, and now it's under repair and blah blah blah. And I think they plan on bringing it back. But what's the point? You're adding more travel onto these guys that travel for a living, and so it seems silly to me.
The only benefit that the Milwaukee Brewers get from it is our next game is in New York, so we're closer, shorter flight, etc. But for the Atlanta Braves, I didn't even look what their next game is. But let's just hypothetically say they're going to, I don't know, pick a city. It sucks for them, but
Yeah,
I'm with
and
you.
no one cares about them, but I don't like. I hate the international games in the NFL. And I don't
Hmm.
like these novelty games in baseball either. But if you're going to do these novelty games, oh, it's for the kids, blah blah blah, while we charge $800 a ticket, um, send the baseball equivalent of Jacksonville there. Make them go. How you turn them into Europe light. That's Europe's second. That's Europe's team right there because Jacksonville's always over there because they don't draw here. So send them the Marlins. Send Tampa. Send the White Sox. Send these teams that sit there and draw seven people a game. Don't send the ones that fill the stands. You
The
know, uh,
Athletics.
yeah, yeah, the homeless A's. Send them something, but don't send them, don't take away home games from teams and fan bases that deserve them. And the Brewers deserve them. Look at the attendance from this homestand alone. So mighty impressive. So mighty impressive. That's the one thing that, we talked about earlier today, and 100 doesn't mean squat to me. But I do sort of hope that they get there, and the only reason is because I hope that the park continues to be filled, and people don't start pulling out the oh well school started. I can't go anymore because school started. Well, take your damn kids out. They'll learn more at the game anyway.
Hopefully, they'll hopefully we'll put another 22 bag and they can learn how to count.
That's right. That's right.
That's
Teach them how to calculate batting average and all that kind of stuff. Have a little math class. See how far they can PE class, see how far they can throw peanuts at the opposing team's fans that are two sections over. do something, but turn that into a school day. But keep going out to the park.
I was not ready for your kids to learn more at the park today. All right, man, we gonna get out of here before we get in trouble, man. We gonna get fired. We already gonna get fired. We're so fired, man. Hey, man, we appreciate y'all regardless. So wherever you're listening, we appreciate everyone that listens to us. We appreciate Tim Allen for giving us a big shout out today. Appreciate Pipe Bomb for being here always. He kills it. He brings it. If you like what you heard tonight, make sure you like the video. If you don't like what you heard, like the damn video anyways. Like Trey Crosby says, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to subscribe to the Cream City Curveball. This is Cream City Curveball. This is what we are. This is what we do. We throw these joints all day long. Throw them. Appreciate you being with us. It's Cream City Media Group production. I'm your man, Justin, down here in North Carolina.
Pipe bomb in the good land.
Go Brewers.